welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hopefully everyone had a great 2 weeks. I took last week off in order to rest up a little bit. I had a crazy busy week, and that day was just one of those days where I just had like a crazy migraine and I just needed to take a me night. So again, I hope everybody had a great week. So let's move on to tonight's predictions for this week, which run from tonight through to next Thursday, April 19th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in personalized monthly predictions, you can go to my website, AskRebecca.guru, to sign up there for those. Or if you're interested in asking 1, 2, or 3 questions a month via email, you can sign up for that as well on my website. All right, let's get into predictions. So, the general themes for this week. This week, you're being sucked into a black hole by a person or situation. You could feel suffocated, compressed, and powerless. You feel like this person is sucking the life out of you and draining your energy. Some people call that an energy vampire. For some of you, you're doing this to yourself. You're the black hole that you'll be experiencing. Then there are those of you who will be taking on the role of being the black hole by suffocating others or by trying to take away their power in some way to make them feel as if they're powerless in a situation because maybe you're feeling powerless in a situation. So it's kind of that projection of it. Either way, all parties involved have the power of choice, whether you're on the receiving end or the giving end or a combination of the two. Choose to walk away, choose to behave differently, choose to take your power back. And also, since black holes seem to be the theme this week, there is a good possibility you'll be seeing something in the news about black holes or some new discoveries surrounding them. Just remember, no matter your situation with this energy, it is all happening for your highest good to shed layers of old stuck behaviors and getting rid of old habits. There are strong energies from the deeper realms this week that will be flowing in, around, and on you. They will be infusing you and your current situations in life. Again, this is an energy of stripping away all things that no longer serve you. And for some of you, it may manifest in challenging ways or somewhat negative situations, or at least from your perception, it will seem that way and it could feel that way. Now, for others, it will show up in a more positive way, especially if you've been clearing the path for new things to come into your life. So no matter which way they show up in your life, just stay positive. It truly is for your highest good. It's growth and expansion. This week, you'll also be experiencing some level of liberation. You're releasing elements that were previously stuck or controlled by others in some way. So this is a doorway to feeling more freedom in your life, feeling more free to be yourself. Again, just an overall freedom, right? It's just a new level. Now, for this liberation or new level of freedom comes from emotionally detaching from either a job, a boss, coworker, friend, lover, family member, child, or any other number of things. But it's you emotionally detaching, right? That doesn't mean you're not feeling anything. It doesn't mean you're not experiencing emotions or feelings, but it's allowing you a level of freedom where you're not so attached to it and it controls you and it consumes you. So that's where it comes from, this level of freedom, liberation in that sense. So you will feel the difference, but that difference will be more on an internal level. Now, major aspects of your lives are moving forward this week. Depending on your life, it could be career, it could be relationships, it could be living situations, it could be emotional stuff, financial situations. And again, it could be any number of other things that could show up. And it could be a combination of all of the things that I just listed. Either way, it feels like blessings, unexpected breakthroughs, abundance, nourishment, and anything else that can deeply change your life. Now, use these breakthroughs wisely to plant the seeds you want to grow for your future. Try not to get stuck in like the emotion of things. Again, you want to, you want to become aware of what's happening with you. You want to become aware of what you're feeling. You want to become aware of where you're giving your power away. You want to become aware of everything that you're doing in your day-to-day life. That way you're creating from a space of awareness, and you're not creating from like this subconscious realm of not knowing, and so then you just miscreate in your life. Now, movement is happening this week as well. It could be connected to all the things I just discussed. For some, it is literal movement, like some of you are moving jobs, moving homes, moving to new cities, states, or countries. Some of you are going to get physically fit by exercising, so it could be that type of movement as well. And some of you will be taking a hard look at where you're going and why. Some of you will have more of a metaphysical type movement, like changing your heart or changing your mind about something. And it could even be others having a change of heart or changing their mind about something that are a part of your life. And whatever that change is that they decide, or that movement that they decide to create, well, that's going to be affecting you as well. Okay. Now, some of you may experience anxiety this week. Even though things may be going good, there's just this feeling of anxiousness because of the energy that's flowing right now. And some of you will be fighting the feeling to feel good. So there's a subconscious belief that something always has to be wrong, and feeling good just isn't acceptable because you haven't accomplished all the things that you think you should have already accomplished by now. So again, this could come up in the form of anxiety, and then just suppressing, allowing yourself actually to feel good and to celebrate what is happening in your life. Now, some of you will have a really difficult time staying focused this week, especially when it comes to work and career. Some of you will be worrying to worry out of habit, because that's just what you do. You're a worrywart, so you're just going to worry. But I feel like it's really important for you to figure out what you're worrying about and why, so that you can nip that in the bud and stop just worrying for no reason. Like, again, become aware of what's happening in your life. All right, let's see here. Work, for those of you that are employed, some of you will have a tendency to be too aggressive at work this week. You'll be forcing your ideas and agendas on coworkers. They won't care to listen or even try to understand. Some of you will be on the receiving end of this energy, which ends up causing you anxiety. And then some of you will be feeling undervalued or underappreciated at work this week. Some of you will have misunderstandings at work. And then there are a few of you who recently started a new job. And I feel like you're going to realize that you like the job, but you hate your boss, or you like your boss, but you hate the job. So it's going to be like this feeling of, yay, I'm working, but boo, this part sucks. So it's going to be the good and the bad. Work, for those of you that are looking for a job, not feeling much happening in the job search department. I feel like if you're in the construction industry, you'll have better luck landing a job. The rest of you, it's all about updating and sending out resumes. Stay positive and apply for every job that piques your interest, whether you think you're qualified or not. I do feel like small businesses or family-owned businesses is the place to search this week. I feel like you'll have better luck when it comes to landing an interview. Love, committed relationships. It's a pushing type energy this week, so some of you will be extra pushy in relationships, trying to force what you want. Some of you will be pushing your agenda of moving in together or getting engaged or having a baby. My advice, don't do it. Pushing and forcing is basically setting yourself up for failure. You won't get what you want. Those of you on the receiving end of this energy are really going to be feeling the push to end the relationship. My advice, don't. Everyone needs to not react on their initial impulse, right? Again, it's this energy, like wait for this energy to pass. Misunderstandings are easy this week in relationships, so think before you speak. Oh, and I do feel like a few of you guys are going to be having babies this week. So if you're pregnant, you might be having the baby. And for some, there is a high probability of getting pregnant this week. So if you're trying, that's great, wonderful news. You'll probably be very lucky in that department. But if you're not trying, then use protection. Those of you that are looking for love, some of you will meet someone this week who you think is special and could be the one. Again, there's an energy of forcing and pushing your agenda. So my advice again is don't. Be patient. And if you're on the receiving end, speak up and let the person know you're vibing them too, but you're not in a hurry to settle down after the first date, right? Like patience, take your time. Then there will be those of you who meet someone this week and won't be pushing. But some of you who have been hanging out or dating someone a bit will decide to like label the relationship or become exclusive or, take it up a notch or so. So cheers. Finances, let's see. Most will be feeling upbeat and good about finances this week. Some of you will be trying to get a lot accomplished for future financial planning. Again, there's going to be that pushing energy, so you'll try to rush it along. Just, take my advice. Don't push, rush, or force things. Take your time. If it seems too good to be true, well, then it probably is. And some of you need to get a handle on where your money is going, or at minimum, become aware of your spending habits. It's not the week to gamble or take chances with your money. Health, some of you are going to be so pumped this week with the energy that you'll be ready to go hard on like a new exercise routine. Advice coming through, you'll get burned out and quit by next week. So baby steps. And some of you who regularly work out and push yourself hard in the gym need to be careful this week. You could become injured from overdoing it. This is also a good week for overindulgence in food, drugs, and alcohol. So be sure to moderate yourself, or you risk adverse side effects. Spirituality, some of you may find that you have finally found some spiritual answers that you've been looking for. There is some truth to the answers that you found, but I do feel like for some of you, there is a slight caution. Explore the newfound spiritual understanding, but think it over several times before entrusting your entire spiritual being to someone else or to an organization. Trust yourself first. And some of you are so exhausted from your daily life that you haven't made time for your spiritual side to feed your soul. Take a few minutes for yourself this week to feed your soul and nourish your body, mind, and spirit. A walk in nature will do wonders for you. It really is a grounding and peaceful type energy. Anything, even if you have to hide away in the bathroom for like 10 minutes, hide from the kids, hide from the dog, hide from the relationship, and just hang out in the bathroom for 10 minutes and read, or just take a couple of deep breaths. Do it. Do whatever you need to create some peace of mind and create a little zen for yourself, okay? So that covers this week's predictions. I hope that everybody has a really great week. Let's take tonight's caller. Tonight's caller is Jolene in Girard, Ohio. How are you? Jolene, can you hear me? All right. Well, it looks like Jolene is MIA, or we have a bad connection and she can't hear me or I can't hear her. So we will see what Dave, the amazing producer, does, and hopefully gets another caller for me. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll do a moment of Zen, since we haven't done that in a really long time because I'm usually running over. So if you want to close your eyes, open your palms, tell yourself that you're open to receive. And what I'm going to do is send you some energy to help you with this week and to help basically move and shift any stuck energy that's existing within you and open up any of your chakras that aren't rotating and spinning properly, and just an overall of like raising your vibrational frequency so that you can cope with anything that might come your way. All right, so take a deep breath, and here we go. And I'll let you know when you can open your eyes. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. So I feel like as some of you actually felt some, I felt like the download of the energy was coming through the third eye and through the eyes, and that there was some fluttering happening and some energy coming through that way. And then I felt a little bit of intensity in my throat chakra and kind of felt that move down through the rest of my body. And I feel like some of you probably experienced a similar thing. All right, it looks like Dave has rock and rolled like usual, and he's got Linda in Scotland that's up next. Hi, Linda, how are you?
Hi, good.
Thank you for calling in. How can I help you tonight?
I'm just looking for some questions answered.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Can you repeat that for me?
I'm just looking to get some questions answered.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. What kind of questions? Ask
Are
away.
my friends lying to me?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that again. I had a pop-up on my screen. Can you repeat that one more time?
Are my two friends lying to me?
Oh, are your friends lying to you?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Let me see. I feel like they are, I don't want to say that they're lying, but I feel like they're trying to protect you from something, and that they may not be sharing the full version of events or the full story. I just feel like it may be connected to, I feel like it could be connected to some sort of relationship outside of your friendship.
Oh my God. That is exactly what I was meaning.
Yeah, so I just feel like they're sheltering you in some way. And to me, connecting
So they're not telling me the whole truth.
right, yeah, I feel like they're not sharing the whole story with you because they're worried about hurting you or hurting your feelings. But I feel like
that's what I thought. I thought they didn't want to tell me the truth because they were trying not to hurt my feelings.
yes. Yeah, and is it connected to your, like, is it connected to a romantic relationship in some way?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I kind of feel like the relationship that you're in may no longer be like meeting your needs, or something's not right. And I just kind of feel like if you want to save your relationship, then I feel like you've got to work on expressing your feelings more in a way that, like right now, I feel like you feel like you're expressing your feelings, but it's coming across in more of a, like, in like a, what's the word I'm looking for? maybe like passive aggressive. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just saying, "Hey, my feelings are hurt. I feel sad. I feel unappreciated. I feel like I'm having trust issues." It's coming across in a different. You're verbalizing it in a different way. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. Can you tell me if I should just let these friends go on their way?
Let me ask you this. I'm kind of feeling 3 people. Would that be close to the number? I feel like there's one that you could let go because this person, and I feel like it's the person that you've maybe known the least amount of time.
Can you tell me about my neighbor next door? Is she loyal and a best friend to me?
I feel like, yes, I feel like your neighbor is loyal, and I do feel like she is a friend. I do feel like sometimes she gets intimidated by you and doesn't know how to I feel like she shuts down sometimes because she gets intimidated by you, and then you might misinterpret her reaction and feel like she's not supportive.
Okay. Okay. Who are my real friends? Are you able to tell me? Are you able to pinpoint who I can trust?
Okay, so I feel like you can trust everybody, but there's one person that you can't trust. And I feel like this person only has their best interest in mind, and this person feels like they could be someone that is like a cheat, and an attention getter, and it feels like it's the person that you might not, that you've known the least amount of time. Does that make any sense to you? Are we talking about like 3 or 4 people?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Okay, yeah. So I keep feeling 3, and I feel like you can trust 2 of them, but you can't trust one of them. And
okay.
Do you know? Okay, does one of them are 2 of them like brunette, darker colored hair, and one is more light colored hair, like a blondish color?
Yeah.
Okay, to me, it feels like it may be the blondish colored hair woman that is more out for herself. And okay, let me ask you this. Like, I know we're live on the radio, so do you feel like this person like tried to come on to your boyfriend, husband, lover, romantic partner, or something like that?
No, but possibly.
Okay.
I think so, but I think she's capable of doing something like that. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it's her that has that energy. Like, again, it's a feeling of more looking out for herself and doing whatever makes her feel good and whatever's in her best interest. And is she the one that you know the least amount of time?
Yeah, the 2 of them with the dark hair, I've known the least amount of time.
Okay, so she's the one that you've known the longest then.
Yes.
Do you
Not
guys
by
have
much.
Do you have like a volatile relationship with her? Like, I feel like this is somebody that you've had issues with ongoing over the period of time, where like I feel like this is nothing new, and this is, that you've been questioning her loyalty and friendship for a while now.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I feel like you should trust your instincts about her. Yeah, I feel like you need to trust your instincts, and I do feel like you could have a conversation with her and just confront the situation, but in a healthy way, right? Like, because you guys have a lot of history, but I feel like you just need to be honest with one another, and you need to tell her what's going on with you.
Okay. Okay. And do you see anything in my love life anytime soon?
Well, I kind of feel like you need to figure out what you want and what you need. And I do kind of feel you also need to actually let your friends set you up with someone, as crazy as that sounds, but I feel like
Okay. Okay.
What's going on? Are you considering leaving your work?
I'm not at work right now. I'm on sick.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, that's why I felt like you're leaving work or not there. Okay. Well, I only have 90 seconds left. Is there anything that you want to ask me really quick before we get off here?
Question? My last question. I don't know. You've kind of stumped me with everything you said already.
I think that's that last question.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the. Believe it or not, my mother-in-law is Scottish, and I still have a difficult time with the accent. Can you repeat your last question really quickly?
Okay, last question. Will my next lover be a female?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell because it's an energy. So the energy feels more masculine to me, but that could mean that it's a woman with more of a masculine energy, or it could mean that it's a man with a masculine energy. So I don't know if that helps answer your question or not. But I only have 30 seconds, so I have to go. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you, everybody else, for tuning in tonight. I look forward to connecting with you next week. Have a great night. Thanks.